All right, let's talk about something that so many brilliant experts face. How do you take all that incredible knowledge you have and turn it into a reliable stream of new clients? Today, we're going to unpack a really powerful blueprint for this, and we'll do it by looking at the success of a patent attorney named Sebastian Goebel. His system is just a masterclass in this stuff.
So, does this hit close to home? You're an absolute rock star in your field. You know your stuff inside and out. But when it comes to getting new clients, it feels kind of unpredictable, maybe even a little random. You know you're valuable, but getting the right people to see that consistently, that's the real challenge.
Well, here's the good news. I can tell you right now, the problem isn't you. It's not your skill. It's the fact that you might not have a repeatable system for attracting and converting those clients. And a system is exactly what we're going to map out today, one that you can actually use in your own work.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with what I call the expert's dilemma. Then we'll get into how to claim your specific problem space. After that, it's all about building a content engine, designing the journey for your clients, and then finally, we'll wrap it all up into your very own repeatable blueprint.
First up, and honestly, this is the most important piece of the entire puzzle. It's about a huge shift in how you think, moving away from just defining yourself by your job title and instead getting super clear on the specific problem you solve for people.
Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you have the generic, I'm a patent attorney. It's fine, it sounds professional, but it's what you'd expect from a big, faceless firm. But then look at the expert brand. I solve AI patent problems for tech companies. See how specific that is? It's not about what you are, it's about what problem you solve. That's what wins you the really good work.
And it all boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful formula. I solve X for Y. For Sebastian, that's solving AI patent creation, that's his X. For tech companies, his Y. The trick is to find that sweet spot, that one area where you have what's called asymmetric insight. You know, that deep, unique understanding that almost nobody else has. That's your gold mine.
Okay, so you've nailed down your problem space. Now what? Well, you need a way to show people you're the expert, and you need to do it at scale. And this isn't about just churning out content endlessly. No. It's about creating the right content and then making it echo across the internet.
The key here is structure. You want to think of your content in 3 layers. Down at the bottom, that's your foundation, your anchor content. This is the big, evergreen stuff that explains your whole philosophy. Then, in the middle, you've got applied content. Think case studies, examples that show your method in the real world. And right at the top, you've got conversation content. These are the easy entry points, the stuff that grabs attention and sparks a little curiosity.
And this is how that stack works in practice. It's brilliant. Sebastian uses his firm's education pages to build authority. That's his anchor content. For reach, to get his ideas out there, he uses blogs and podcasts to simplify things. And for conversion, he uses webinars to give potential clients a real taste of his expertise without a huge commitment. Each channel has a specific job to do.
Now that we've got this content engine running, we can start to map out the actual path a potential client takes. We want to create a journey that feels natural, moving them from just being curious all the way to being a fully committed client.
And that journey looks something like this. First, they become aware of you, maybe through a blog post. That sparks their curiosity, so they move to consideration, where they might download a guide or read a case study to really dig into your methods. Then comes the decision phase, where they might join a webinar to test drive your approach. And from there, it's a smooth transition into engagement and real strategic work. The beauty is, each step kind of leads to the next, so they move along at their own pace.
You know, all of this really comes down to one core idea. When you generously share what you know, you're actually making it way easier to sell what you can do. Why? Because by the time someone gets on a call with you, they've already seen how you think, they trust your approach, the hard sell just disappears. Okay, let's pull all these threads together. We're going to take this whole case study and distill it down into a super practical, actionable blueprint that you can start using pretty much immediately.
This right here is your cheat sheet. First, your problem space.
Your first step? Just pick that one signature transformation you provide. That's it. Second, your content stack. Don't go crazy. Just build a small library of 3 to 5 solid pieces that cover those 3 layers we talked about. And third, your conversion path. Figure out a simple, low-risk first step for a client, something like a diagnostic call or a small pilot project.
And please, remember this. The whole point is to generate real business, not just get likes and views. So forget the vanity metrics. The numbers that really matter are things like how many topic qualified inquiries are you getting? What's your meeting acceptance rate? And how many of those pilot projects are turning into long-term clients? That's what moves the needle.
So, to wrap this all up, I want to leave you with this one question, because everything we've talked about today, it all starts with your answer to this. Getting crystal clear on the one problem you can solve better than anyone else, that's the key. That's the first step to building your own powerful, predictable client-generating machine.